Hello, welcome back. In this tutorial, I will show you how to get started with JavaScript. What you need first, actually, you open the Google Chrome, and then as you can see, I am on Google Chrome. Then next, what I should do, actually, I open the Google Chrome console. How do I do that? Then here, just by pressing Control Shift I, then as you can see, the console, the Google console has opened already. Maybe I think if it was a bit faster, I can just close this and then show you again. Control Shift J might also open actually. Yeah, Control Shift J or Control Shift I open the Google console. As you can see, I'm on the console. So this console allows me to write JavaScript code. What does this console does actually? It has a V8 engine, Google V8 engine that allows JavaScript to be executed. So we can write JavaScript code and it can be executed on the console. Then I will show you how to write your first JavaScript code. Maybe I think if it's small, I can even make it bigger. Then I can write by, I can start by writing hello world in JavaScript. So console, since I am on the console, actually, it has the so-called this console object. The console object got the load method, or it's a kind of a function. And then inside, you can actually put your input. Now, for instance, we can start hello world. And then I can print this. Yeah, that is it. Then now you wrote your first hello world JavaScript code. As you can see, this is a text, but the text is actually under a code, a single quote in this case, but the quote could be single quote or double quote. Maybe we can try it with a double quote. Console.log hello world, and then let's try this. Yeah, now we also managed to achieve the same output using a double quote. That's great. Then maybe how about if we try with a backtick? Console.log, we can write actually backtick like this. Hello world. Yes, and then maybe just to make it singular, I can add the exclamation mark. Yeah, now as you can see, I think it's too big. I managed to print out hello world 3 times in 3 methods with the single quote, double quote, and backtick. So we can use single quote or double quote or backtick to make a JavaScript string. What's the string? Actually, it's a text under single or double or a backtick. We call it a string, or it's a kind of a form of text data type. In JavaScript, we have different data types: string, booleans, numbers, and objects. We will see those also a bit later. Then maybe how about if we use console.log also to print out multiple parameters or inputs. Hello world, as you can see, something like this, and then even maybe 2024. As you can see now, the console.log actually also take different inputs, or in this case, we call it parameters. Yeah, actually, it's not parameters. We call it arguments. How many arguments do you see? 1, 2, 3. Great. Then, but remember, it should be separated by comma. So let's just enter, click enter, and then you will see the output. That's great. Now let's move on to actually variables. What's variables? Even before moving to variables, maybe I can show you comment, how to write a comment in JavaScript. These two slashes allow me to write comment. Comment makes a code readable and maintainable. How? Because we can actually leave comments on our code and other people will read, or it will be also readable by ourselves at some point, unless otherwise the code we wrote might not be easy to understand at some point in time. So it's just to leave some remark, and actually the comment will never be executed. So then that's actually comment. Also, maybe we may write something like this: slash back to slash and followed by asterisk and then some comment here, and then again we close something like that. So there are two ways of commenting in JavaScript: this way with two slashes, or slash followed by asterisk and then asterisk followed by the slash. Good. Now let's talk about variables. Now I can describe what variables is here using the comment, as you can see, because I am using the comment also to write. Note, variables are actually containers. They act as a container to store data. Containers, they store data. Okay, now for instance, I can say A is equal to 4, and then B is equal to, let B is equal to 3. As you can see now, at the variable A, I store 4. At the variable B, I store 3. Here, the equal sign is, we call it assignment operator. We assign 4 to be stored at A, and we assign 3 to be stored at B. Nothing to do with equality in here. So for instance, if I say console.log A, you might expect here actually A, because we stored at A4. So if I print out like this, I should get 4, definitely, right? Console.log. And then if I do B, at B we have 3. So this I should get actually, yeah, 3. Great. How about if I do arithmetic operation? Let's see arithmetic operation. So what's this arithmetic operation actually? The addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, even exponentiation. Yeah, then it's see step by step. Console.log A plus B. You may expect A is 4, B is 3, and then I'm expecting 7. I hope you may expect the same. Yeah, console.log A minus B. As you can see, I deliberately add additional space in here for readability purpose. Yeah, so nothing to do with the syntax, but it's just more readability purpose. So we can actually read our code better by adding more spaces. Now A is 3. No, A is 4 and B is 3, and then I should get 1. Great. Console.log A times B. And now I think from this, we're expecting 12. And then console.log, maybe A divided by B, maybe what's going to be 4 by 3, I think 1.33, something like that, I don't know. Well, yes, something like that. Console.log, then A the power of B. So A is actually 4 and B is actually 3. That means now A is actually 4, the power of 3. This is going to be 4 by 4. This means actually 4 times 4 times 4 times, yeah, this 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4, 16, 16 by 4, 64. As you can see, the result is 64. This part of the code will never be executed because it's a comment. I just wrote for demonstration to show you how this works. Now let's see modulus. finding the remainder. Console.log for modulus, A modulus B. When we divided A by B, that means A is 4, now B is 3. When 4 divided by 3, the remainder is actually 1. Maybe I can also show you more example. When 9 modulus 4, the remainder is 1. How about if it's 5? The remainder should be 4, as you can see, because 9 cannot be divided by 5 more than once. It will be once, and the remainder will be 4. That's great. I think you have learned about this, how to declare variables. When we declare variables in JavaScript, we use let, const, and var. Var is the old way. I would recommend you not use var in any way because it's an old way. I will talk about the difference between var, let, and const in another time. But today we will see the difference between let and const. Let is used to declare variable that changes, that varies at some point in time. But const, if the value is not changing, if it's constant, like pi 3.14 or gravity, then it's better to declare it with const. For instance, I can say const pi 3.14, or maybe gravity. And mostly we use also uppercase, but it's okay also to use lowercase. 3.1, no, gravity is 9.81, something like that. Yeah, this is the use case of let and const. But I think, and also something I would like to show you, variables, what is valid variables? Variables shouldn't start with number. And also it shouldn't have special characters except this underscore. For instance, I can say current year. This is a valid JavaScript variable. Yeah, but it's not the best way. Instead, we use a camel case, current year, instead of that, but it works. Okay, so for instance, if I want to declare let first name, and it's going to be my name, something like this, and let last name, and it's going to be Itai. And again, let age at 150. I mean, you may guess my age, but that's, and let is married, kind of Boolean, so it's true, right? And then maybe let skills. The skills we usually input it in an array, in a kind of a list. So maybe HTML, maybe CSS, and maybe JS, and maybe TypeScript and React and Python, but I don't have to list down all night long. So this is a kind of a list, yeah? And maybe an object. Okay, maybe let address, where's the person address? Maybe you can actually create an object, something like this. Okay, maybe street name. I can say space street. Yeah, country. Maybe you can call it Mars, or maybe Finland, whatever. Zip code. Maybe you can say some 0. And then I think this could good enough already, just for an example. But I can also change to person's info or something, and then I will put, plenty of information inside the object, and object allow us to actually compose different data together. Okay, I think this cover most of the parts, but if we were to take it further, for instance, let's say the gravity is already here. How about if we went to calculate the weight of the body, but we didn't know the mass? we can say let mass of the body 75 kilogram, right? And then maybe we can say const, but because we don't want to change the weight, we just get the calculated. So we can use const, even though it's not a constant value, but we don't want to modify it every now and then. We can say gravity. Oh, I think I was too quick to write it. Gravity times mass. Yeah, so console.log now, the weight. So let's print out. Yeah, as you can see, 735.5 Newton. Maybe area, for instance, I can say let radius, okay, 100. And then I can say area of a circle, const area. As you can see, I'm storing the result in a const because I don't want to reuse the area variable. I just want it to be like constant. Of course, the value is not constant, but the calculated value will be stored in that area, and then I will never reuse, I will never change it. So it's okay to use actually const. And it's a good practice to use const for functions, for arrays, for calculated results, and for objects also. Maybe I have also just, yeah, for instance, this one here. Yeah, it's better to actually avoid reusing variables, and actually JavaScript prevent us from reusing the same variables already. But this happens in other programming language, for instance, in Python. So what's the radius? Actually, r times, maybe I think pi times radius r squared. By doing this, we can calculate the area. So dot log and then area. As you can see now, we found 31,400, the area of the circle, because already we have pi. Yeah. So, but in real life, you don't actually write your JavaScript on Chrome console. Instead, you use a code editor. It could be Notepad++ or Atom or Visual Studio Code. My favorite is actually Visual Studio Code. And in another time, we will go in detail in different topics of JavaScript, or maybe you may suggest to me any topics in JavaScript that I can make tutorial. And so just leave some comment about this tutorial, and that actually mean a lot for me, and it will also allow me to do a better tutorials next time. And I will see you next time in another tutorial.